we got to make sure that we hit a higher ball, and we also got to make sure in that situation that we're rising up to make sure that we don't get those interior jumpers.
Coach, are you saying that you feel Graham should have elevated a little bit more on that ball?
I mean, we're always trying to get good rise on the ball, so there's a combination of errors. Those situations are starting to rise a little bit more with how people are attacking you from a field goal block standpoint. You're starting to get more guys do that interior jumper in those got-to-have-it situations. You're also seeing guys chop. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that a little bit, but guys are trying to chop guys that try and stay down. So the game, obviously, you're being attacked a different way, and it's our job to make sure that we don't let that happen.
When Isaiah blocked the kick in Seattle, it seemed like he jumped over everybody. Their guys seemed to put his hand on their shoulders and push down. Is that legal?
Yeah, we're not going to make excuses. Credit to New Orleans, they were able to execute that interior jumper. That's it's all things that is more prevalent in this league, and those got to have a situation. We just got to be ready to stop it.
You guys obviously took advantage of it in Seattle, and then kind of worked against you here. Are you against long-term, like, it's kind of against the integrity of the game, hey, let's just shove this guy to the ground? If they decide to maybe address that as a rule, where would you kind of, what would you think of that?
No, I mean, it's a great question. I guess in my mind, I've always lived in what are the rules now and how can you take advantage of them. I think that's what our game is. I don't know if you can necessarily always anticipate that this is going to change or not. We just got to do our best in terms of making sure we secure our job when those situations arise, because they certainly could happen. They're part of the rules right now, so we're going to play into that and make sure that it doesn't happen to us again.
So what's the solution? Like when you say to your long snappers there was the one that got pushed down. What's the solution? Like, how do you combat that with the rule is now then?
Yeah, respectfully, like, I don't want to get into that part of the scheme a little bit, but we do have our solutions. We've discussed it. We cleaned it up. We got to make sure that we do it.
What did you see on the punt return touchdown wiped out?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Obviously, you see 11 guys do their job and try and do it at a high level, and guys are straining. That play, for a punt return to go for a touchdown, that's a long time to be on the field. So it requires everybody to be on point for a long time. I thought obviously Amir did a good job in terms of catching and going, and a lot of guys were in position to make their blocks. And it was good to be able to see that production. We just got to tighten our technique a little bit to make sure that a holding penalty doesn't happen to where we can take advantage of our scoring opportunities.
How do you feel like your units overall, and I guess I'm talking about all four really, have performed this season?
Yeah, no, I think collectively our guys have progressively gotten better, and we've seen some explosive plays by our units. I'm proud of the guys in terms of how they fought and battled regardless of situations, score differential, any situation. Our guys have showed up ready to play, and that's a credit and a test to who they are as men. I think everybody is prideful for who they are as people, and guys are continuing to battle. And it's good to see some of this production come into play. For example, to see young guys like Casey Rogers get a blocked field goal to get the second one on the season, I thought was pretty cool. And then to see Amir, when he was back there executing a special situation, understanding that ball's past the line of scrimmage, so you don't want to necessarily touch it and pick it up. I thought he excelled in a special situation. So you're seeing some high-level performance by some guys. And then obviously, kickoff return, we've seen some explosive plays in the past few games. So it's good to see our guys, come into their own and continue to battle and make sure that they're trying to put their best foot forward.
Jamie had a couple of punts that bounced and seemed to take a right-hand turn. Is that something that he can do with the ball, or is that a fluke? Or
No, yeah. So, in those, fringe situations on the field, there's certain ways you can hold the ball to encourage a ball check back a certain direction. Now, that's not an every time thing because there is the wind factor. There's the firmness of the turf. So that all is something that he is consistently trying to do. And I thought Jamie's done one heck of a job in terms of pinning people inside the 10, all season. That's a test to all the guys on the field. And, it's cool to see Jamie's hard work come to life in those situations and create some backed up opportunities.
What do you think when you see a kicker like Justin Tucker, right, coming in here?
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe a lot of people say stats back it up and was the best kicker of all time, and then go through the struggles that he has this year.
Yeah, a Hall of Famer that we have tremendous respect for. You know, a guy that has kicked in this league so long, whatever type of season he views he's having, he's going to be able to understand what the fixes are and come out of that. They're coached up extremely well by Chris Horton and Harbs, and you know, I think you know, Tuck may not be ecstatic with the consistent production as of late, but he's a guy that's going to find a way to figure it out, because he is a Hall of Famer in my opinion. He's one of the best kickers to ever do it, and he's kicked in all these stadiums. So you know, we got to make sure that you know, obviously he feels us.